Hello everyone, welcome back. So in the today's session we are going to discuss a brief introduction about an anonymous inner class and a small example on this anonymous inner class. So the point out over here is what is this anonymous inner class? So if you go back to the previous topics that we have discussed about a lambda expression, which is an anonymous function. So what does it means? Which doesn't have any of these parameters or names to a particular method. So the same way here, anonymous inner class itself is an inner class without having any name. Okay, good. Usually, a quick question will rise in our mind. Where are we going to use this kind of an anonymous inner classes, and how are we going to use these anonymous inner class? To understand this concept more in an easy way, so I'm just reusing one of the interfaces that I have created earlier, and this interface is a functional interface. How I am calling it as a functional interface? I know basically if an interface contains just one abstract method, I can call that interface as a functional interface. Get that's fine. So, usually, what are all the things we need to do if I want to create an implementation class? So, what we usually do means we will create one class in which we will implement these interface methods out over there, and finally we will be creating a test class where in which we are calling an object to the class which implemented that particular interface. And moreover, the syntax out over there, specifically I want to access the interface methods is interface namespace obj is equal to new interface name. So the whole thing is carried out in a multiple classes using this inner classes. Okay, using this particular anonymous inner classes, we can achieve the implementation and calling everything in a single class itself. So how we are going to achieve that one? Let me show you a small example. So I'm creating one new class with a main method here, and I'm naming my class as an orange 6. Okay, orange 6 with a main method. This is the class that I have created. Usually, I know my interface name is an inter1. So inter1 space obj is equal to new inter1. So usually the way how you need to create an object out over there is you need to specify here the class that implemented that particular interface. That's the way how you need to specify that. So as I am not going to implement it or as I don't have any implementations class yet, so here within this class itself, I'm going to provide my implementation using this inner class. Open braces. See here, I just opened this particular braces and here I have a defined as obj is equal to new of that particular interface name followed by this particular, okay, followed by this particular braces. And now here is an ending, I'm just specifying that. So here interface contains one unimplemented methods. See, this error message is populating me to implement that unimplemented methods. So I know the unimplemented method itself is a login. So come back here and I'm specifying my login logic here. Public void login, and I'm defining my logic, login logic in inner class. So that's what I have a defined. Okay. Okay. So let me update this confirmation message here. Login logic in the inner class. That's what I have a provide. So guys, if you clearly observe, we haven't created any new class in order to implement the interface methods. Within this class itself, I'm creating these interface methods. How I am calling this one as an anonymous class? This class has just a interface implementation methods itself and it doesn't have any name. Inner class without any name, we can treat it as an anonymous class. Perfect, that's fine. We used it and we have created a class for that too. And now what I want to do is I have implemented my interface methods here. Let me try to access that methods. How you can access? Usually we have created an object for this interface. Using this object itself, we can access that implementation. So obj dot login is the method name. So whenever I'm executing this code base, whatever the login logic we have implemented in this particular implementation class, that is an inner class, that logic should execute. Perfect. Let it run and let's see the output, what exactly it's printing out. So yeah, it's taking a minute. Yeah. So login logic in a inner classes was implemented. So usually without these inner classes, what it will happen means it almost looks like, or without these inner classes, your Java compiler will throw an error message, buddy, you are creating an object to an interface, which is not possible. But with this inner class, what we are doing, we are providing the implementation logic using an anonymous inner class. It means without having a class name itself, we are creating the class, and even we are implementing the logic for that particular interface here. Okay, gets. And moreover, here this is an interface one, right, which has only one abstract method. So to extend this topic, so what I'm doing means I'm creating a one more interface which has multiple abstract methods. So inter 4, I'm just creating it, and let me copy this login and as well as a logout methods here. So login logout logics is there, and see here I'm just specifying login comma logout. The interface methods I'm just specifying out over here. Login and a logout are the two different abstract methods available in this particular interface. Now I'm creating a one more class which is orange 7 with a main method again, and let me try to create an inner class that will implement these interface methods. So here inter 4 space obj is equal to new inter 4, right? This is what I have a provide. Okay, this is what I have a provide, and here specify this logic and with a semicolon. And there are two unimplemented methods are there. Specify the logic. So public void login, this is the first method. System.out.println, uh, system.out.println login. And I have a one more unimplemented method which is a logout, and I'm changing it to logout. So here, if you observe this, we can call it as an inner class. This is an inner class without having a class name. And moreover, how many abstract methods are there in an interface? We are providing logic for all those abstract methods here. Okay, get. So this is the way how exactly we can create an anonymous inner class. And moreover, here, if you observe the definition, basically, whenever you try to create an interface object, Java compiler will create an error. But whereas when you are using this syntax, the logic that we are providing, we are creating a class that implements the interface so that the above object is not for an interface. The object that we are creating is for the class that implemented that particular interface. And how you need to call that particular one means, using that object itself, we can access that information. Obj.login, obj.logout. I can call this information, and when I run it, the content will be executed. So this is all about an anonymous inner class. So in the next session, we will see how this anonymous inner class is relevant to a lambda expression and all those things. We will continue the topic in the next session, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.